If you're not familiar with Acorns, Acorns is an investing app designed to make getting started as easy as possible. At its core, it uses your money, whether that's spare change through roundups, recurring deposits, or one-time contributions, and automatically invest it into portfolios of ETFs based on your risk level. You don't pick individual stocks, you don't need to time the market, you just choose your risk preference from conservative to aggressive, and Acorns builds a diversified portfolio for you. It's a set it and forget it model that's great for people who want to be in the market without constantly managing it. And that's what caught my attention in the first place. I started using Acorns back in 2021, right in the middle of the pandemic. Like a lot of people, I was home with more time to reflect, and one of the things that hit me hard was how little I knew about investing. I've never been the type to pick individual stocks, and honestly, I don't think I'm great at it. I didn't grow up learning about 401ks, Roth IRAs, or HSAs, so I had to start from scratch. I knew I wanted to build long-term wealth, but I didn't know the smartest way to begin. After doing some research, I learned about ETFs, exchange-traded funds, and the power of diversified, low-cost investing. That was the turning point. I didn't need to outsmart the market, I just needed exposure to the market. That's exactly what Acorns offered. Automatic, consistent investing, and diversified ETFs. It gave me a way to start without overthinking it. I set my portfolio to aggressive because that fit my risk tolerance and let the automation do its thing. Since then, I've added other accounts to my strategy, like a 401k, Roth IRA, and today Acorns is more of a supplemental tool. Once I max out those core accounts, I use Acorns to keep investing extra. But honestly, one of the biggest benefits was psychological. Acorns helped me let go of the need to micromanage every dollar. I stopped trying to beat the market and started focusing on simply being in the market, consistently, and with intention. The long-term projections in the app are a nice touch too. They add a little motivation without turning into a game. For me, investing meant to be low stress, quiet, boring. Acorns makes that possible. It just runs in the background while I stay focused on the bigger picture. So here's how I actually use Acorns. I only use their core investing account, the brokerage with the ETF portfolio, and I've kept it set to aggressive since day one. That fit my long-term mindset and my risk tolerance. When I started, I was putting $500 a month, and over time it grew somewhere between $1,000 to $1,500 a month, depending on what I have going on. I don't use roundups. I prefer to just drop my own deposits. Sometimes I'll do monthly contributions. Sometimes it's one-time payments. The tricky part is that Acorn lets you pick a specific date, not a specific time, like every other Friday. Since I get paid bi-weekly, that means timing doesn't always line up with the way I'd like. That said, it hasn't been a deal breaker. My strategy with Acorns is simple. Invest consistently, ignore the noise, and don't touch it. I don't chase headlines, and I don't try to time the market, in fact. And when things get scary in the news and the market dips, I tend to invest more. Acorns is really the last step in my investing flow. I max out my tax advantage accounts first, and then everything else goes in Acorns. And because I'm holding long term, any gains I eventually pull will be taxed the same at the long-term capital gains rate, which is a win in my book. The goal isn't here to outsmart the market, it's to be in the market consistently and for decades, and Acorns makes it easy to stick to it. So let's talk numbers. Over the past few years, I've contributed under $47,000 into Acorns. Today, my account is sitting over $54,000, so I'm up $7,300. Now, Acorns shows a return about 9.3%, and if you run the raw math, total gain divided by total contributions, it's close to 15.6%. The difference comes in how the app calculates performance based on how you invest, how often, and your money's growth over time. Either way, I'm happy with it. I did draw money once early on. I was still figuring out my financial goals and how Acorns fits into them, but once I got into clear strategy, I moved the funds right back in and haven't touched them since. I never felt the urge to pull. I'm not here to beat the market, I'm here to follow it. My plan is long term and I trust it. Some months are up, some months are down, but I keep investing. I reinvest my dividends, I stay consistent, and I let time do its work. And honestly, seeing the account grow, even slowly, is proof that quiet, consistent investing does add up. So here's what I like and didn't like. One of the things I've liked about Acorns is the user experience. The app is super clean, super easy to navigate, and it makes automation really simple. For someone who doesn't know or doesn't want to overthink their investing, it's low stress and flexible. You can choose between different portfolios depending on your risk tolerance, from conservative to aggressive. And they're all built around diversified ETFs. So whether you're just starting out, you're comfortable with more risk, there's a setup that matches your style. I also like the visual projections they show. Yes, it's just a projection, not a guarantee, but it adds a little motivational touch that helps you see the long picture for the long term. For me, Acorns was a great entry point. If I could go back, I would have prioritized tax advantage accounts like a Roth IRA or 401k earlier. But honestly, it was through using Acorns and reading the resources they offer in the app that I learned more about those things. So in a weird way, it helped guide me to investing and up my level of approach. Now let's talk about some extra things they offer. Acorns does have roundups, which is the feature that rounds up your purchases and invests spare change. I don't use it personally. I prefer to invest in larger chunks, but for the people that struggle to save, it's a cool way to build a habit without feeling it. They also offer different membership tiers. I'm on the $1 a month plan, which gives you access to the core investing account, the brokerage portfolio specifically. Higher tiers allow you to access retirement accounts, checking, custodial accounts for kids, and even some bonus offers through their shopping feature. But if you're only using the basic like I am, the $1 a month gets the job done. My only real complaint is how they handle scheduling deposits. Since I get paid bi-weekly, I love to set investments to line up with paydays, not just fixed dates on random weekdays. It's a small thing, but it would make automation feel even smoother. Overall, Acorns did what I needed it to do. It helped me get started and kept things consistent and helped me learn without getting overwhelmed. So yeah, that's my experience using Acorns over the past 4 years. It's not a magic wealth building machine, and it's definitely not going to 10x your money overnight, but it did help me build real investing habits. And honestly, that's half the battle. If you're just starting out or looking for something low maintenance to stay consistent, I think Acorns is a solid tool, as long as you know where it fits in your bigger financial strategy. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you using Acorns too? Thinking of trying it? Or maybe you found a different platform that works better for your goals? Drop a comment below. I'm always down to compare notes. And hey, if you're planning to try out Acorns, I got a referral link in the description. We both get a little bonus when you sign up, but no pressure. And if you're going to start anyways, it's a nice little win-win. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next time.